family, especially Chasten, who has stood with me from northern Indiana all the way here to North Carolina. At this moment, as a mounting epidemic threatens our communities and our economy, we are seeing just how much it's going to matter to have serious judgment and a steady temperament in the Oval Office. Not to mention a belief in science and evidence. So more than ever, we know we cannot afford to get this wrong. We cannot afford 4 more years of Donald Trump in this country. And that means we cannot afford to succumb to the politics that have failed us. We can't go on with the politics that has us at each other's throats instead of having each other's backs. We can't go on with the politics that defines us by who we voted for in the past instead of what we can achieve together in the future. We know that the challenges of this moment are different. Pandemics crossing borders, climate catastrophe on our doorstep, automation and globalization rippling through our economy in new ways. Americans are watching as the cost of housing and health care rise while wages can't keep pace. And with so much at stake, we must be prepared to meet these challenges of the future. Americans are crying out for a new kind of leadership, hungry to be united in a common purpose. And we know that if we are to tackle these challenges, we have to come together to write a new story for our future. So let's make this election about that future. And let's make it a future where every American belongs. This is how we win. It's always how we've won. Democrats win when we offer a new vision, a new generation of leadership, calling our country to its highest values and its deepest ideals. Now, as a mayor who lives hundreds of miles away from Washington, in a middle-class neighborhood, in a diverse city in the industrial Midwest, what I'm offering is a new approach in this election. I'm offering a nominee and a presidency where you could turn on the TV and actually feel your blood pressure go down instead of up through the roof. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm offering a chance to turn the page on our broken politics without turning most Americans off from our politics. I'm offering a way to gather together a powerful American majority, united not only by the incumbent that we stand against, but the vision that we stand for. And I have seen that majority reaching from the Carolinas to California, from Virginia to Vermont, from the formerly incarcerated individual helping youth in his community to the former Republican, I love when that happens, who now organizes for our campaign. It is that coalition, not one faction, that will bring about a future where there is no such thing as an uninsured American or an unaffordable prescription. A future where mental health is treated as seriously and dealt with as openly as any other medical issue. It's that majority that will meet the crisis in our climate with urgency in our actions. It's the majority that will ensure that work is rewarded as much as wealth and that one job is enough in America, whether you got a college degree or not. This is the majority that will bring an end to endless war abroad and an end to the bloodshed here at home. The kind of gun violence that took the lives of Dea and Yusor and Razan in Chapel Hill. We are ready to see to it that the Second Amendment is never again twisted into an excuse to do nothing at all. This is the majority that will act for a vision where your race has no bearing on your health or on your wealth, on your opportunity in life, or your ability to cast a ballot anywhere in the United States of America. We must act. And it's a majority that stands ready in the name of our future to honor our teachers a little more like we do soldiers and pay them a little more like we do doctors. This is the majority we will seek to energize into Super Tuesday and beyond, welcoming new allies as we go. Now, just a few minutes ago, I was reunited here with somebody that I served with overseas in Afghanistan, one of the fellow Americans whose story is linked to my own. There you are. Let us recognize everyone here who has served this country at any time and in any capacity. One of the joys of this campaign have been those reunions. And in them, it has me thinking a lot about those days where 7,000 miles away from America, I learned a great deal about America. I saw how so many things in life matter more than the horse race dynamics or the debate zingers of politics as usual. I came to terms with the limits to certainty in this life and came to face the fact that just because I wasn't asked didn't mean I shouldn't tell. Above all, I was reminded time and time again how decisions made in white buildings in Washington, D.C. are life and death for all of us. And I joined Americans with nothing in common except the flag on our shoulders as we learned to trust each other with our lives. Because when someone got into my vehicle to venture out from our base, they didn't care whether I was registered as a Democrat or a Republican, whether my father came to this country with papers or without, whether I was going home to a girlfriend or a boyfriend. They just wanted to get home safe. All of us did. You know, American politics has already become much too much like a battlefield. But in this election, in some ways, I think we could maybe embody more of the best of those we send abroad to defend us. Instead of refighting the last war, we could focus on the critical tasks ahead of us. Instead of indulging in narrow self-interest, we can summon the courage to embrace a common vision. And instead of being defined by our differences, we can see each other first and foremost as fellow Americans. That is the campaign we are building. That is the presidency we are offering, and that is the choice before us in the days and weeks ahead. Because we know what we can do with the presidency. We know that the purpose of the presidency is not the glorification of the president. It is the unification and the empowerment of the American people.